businesses. And my environmental consulting business is the busiest of the businesses, and it's very cerebral and it's very serious, and it's all schedule oriented. And so I needed something that was a little bit more fun and sociable, and that's one of the reasons why I got into this.
What's the currently challenges you saw?
Well, the early challenges for the Candy Kid and Red Bush Tea and Coffee were letting people know that we were here. Getting the word out that we have a store here and we sell awesome candy and awesome tea and coffee. So that was the biggest challenge.
Okay, and
so what do you think about our business idea as a middleman?
Well, maybe take a minute to explain your middleman position, and then I can provide some feedback.
It's like we gather all the small business together to gain like greater market power. Therefore, we can negotiate like better deals at the bigger companies like Walmart and stuff. So the transactions and all the like services are going to be lower, and
Right.
the most like main advantage we have is like all the small business together. Like, say if there's coffee shop down like couple blocks down there, and they have like all the like cards and the promotion from your place, and like customers are gonna like their customers can also be your customers.
Absolutely. Okay, that gives me, and I think that's great. I think it's great to have a group of people, a group of individuals like yourselves supporting small business. I'm very friendly and I like to play in the sandbox with everybody. I'm not sure that my competitors feel the same way. So I don't know if you could put coffee and coffee in the same place together and have like, I would be happy to put somebody's cards in my shop, but I'm not sure that my competitor would put my cards in their shop, because the economy is down and we're all kind of struggling a little bit for market share. But I strongly support non-competing businesses. Like I support the hair salon next door and the fitness center on the other side and the cycle shop beside me and the restaurants all over the place. Like I support them all the time, which is really great. So I think you might have more luck if you try and put those groups together and
Yes.
not
That
try and,
was just
it's like
something
putting two dogs in
Yes,
one.
I know.
And another way to explain is it's like think about Tim Hortons.
Yes.
They got like a free transaction fee for every payments, because they
Yeah.
are such a big company with $1 million sales each year. If like we can have a thousand small business owners on board with us, probably we can achieve maybe not like free transaction fee, maybe just will be like lowest on the market.
See, the problem is the banks charge us a lot of money. They actually charge us to put cash in the bank. Banks charge us for every transaction we do. And so when you add all that up, that's a lot for a small business. And so and because we also charge those fees. If somebody buys something and it's under $5, we just have to charge that fee. Otherwise it eats up on the the profits. And so we don't want to like increase our prices across the board to compensate. We still want to be, economical for people. But when people come in, and we get a lot of teenagers who come in and they'll buy $2 worth of something, well, we'll get dinged 32 cents for that. And so that takes away any kind of profit we might make. So we have to charge it. So maybe what you could work on is dealing with the banks to lower the charges that we get charged.
Yes, actually that's
For our
what we do.
transactions.
As Global Payments, they're acting as a bank as well.
Yeah,
It's
without asking me to change to a different provider. Like if you can convince my service provider for my Interact machine and my Visa machine to reduce my rates without me having to go to the inconvenience of switching all that over, that would be a benefit to me.
Okay, and also like how do you feel when you like compacted with the like big companies, like they got manager, they got like a lot of marketing supports and like
They got a lot of marketing support, plus they get huge discounts on the product that they buy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get nearly the same discounts that, say, Walmart gets on Airheads. I mean, they buy millions, bajillion Airheads at one time, and where I might buy just 1 or 2 cases. So the supplier, the manufacturer of Airheads is not gonna give me the same discount that they give Walmart. So my prices are a little bit different,
Yeah.
because I have to reflect that, right? So it's a bit unfortunate. Consumers, it would be great if consumers were aware that small businesses, they don't get the same perks that the big companies get. So they go, oh my gosh, well, I can get this cheaper at Walmart. Yes, you can. Of course you can, because I can't get it cheaper than Walmart.
Yeah. Also, yeah, like for our business, currently we're working on the Visa transaction fee, but like in the future, we also will be working on for the like electronic, for example, or your supplies, like for coffee beans for the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
Those things, like we can like order a bunch of them together and to get a cheap price.
Well, you know what? Coffee shops are very proprietary about their coffee beans. Coffee beans is like, you don't mess with my coffee beans, and I don't want to buy the same coffee beans that the coffee shop across the street is buying or the one down the road is buying. Coffee beans are very specific to the different shops. Now, if you wanted to talk about t-shirt bags or twist ties or pricing labels or things like that, like the materials that you need to run your shop, coffee cups, sleeves, all those kinds of things, yes, that would be fantastic if we could get those at better prices, because I don't care if I have the same sleeves as the fellow across the street, as long as I can put my logo on it. But I'm not going to sell his coffee beans, and he's not going to sell my coffee beans. Because why would we? Because then why would we have 2 stores then? If we had a lot of traffic, you know, where we had like 1 million people going by every day, that wouldn't matter. But when you don't have a lot of traffic, then you have to have an edge. And our edge right now is our awesome coffee beans. I'm not going to share those with anybody.
Yeah. It's maybe just a bad example. Like,
Yeah, no,
you got the
I
idea.
understand your
You got the
example.
idea,
Yeah, but take coffee beans out of it, because
Yeah.
it's like tea too. Like, you have to be careful when you start supplying the same kind of tea. Then you start competing on price, and then that's a no-win. That's a no-win situation when 2 stores start competing on price with the same product. Then it gets lower and lower, and before you know it, they can't run a business. Then they're both closing their doors.
All right, I think we're near.
No. One more question.
Okay.
Like, what do you think would be the strengths that small business has, but the like large corporation company doesn't have?
Well, the trend, I think, is that a lot of the small businesses are going to die out. That's the inconvenient truth. Because people are driven by price. And if they can get something for 50 cents cheaper down the road, they'll go there. And I think a lot of consumers have lost that connection with the small company. They've lost, going in and, knowing the staff at Red Bush by name and vice versa, right? They just have lost that, and they're always going for lower price, convenience, parking, and they've sacrificed experience and enjoyment in the purchasing process. So I think the sad truth is that, a lot of smaller businesses they're going to be closing their doors. So my last comment would be that if people like a particular small business, they need to support that small business, because otherwise it won't make it, because we can't compete on price.
Great. Just one last thing. Could you give us like a short introduction of yourself and your place?
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Well, actually, just we want to do a photo video, like we working in your store and you talking on the background, and sorry, I don't know the name.
Heather.
Heather.
How are you?
Keith.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Sure.
My name is Heather. I started this business years ago, and I love candies, something like that.
Okay.
On the background, and just the introduction part.
Yeah, we can do that.
And if you mind, the video going to public or no?
No, that's fine. Yeah.
If if going to
We're-
public, maybe
I
just
like
free.
supporting students, so if you have a project, I'm all for it, so.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Maybe just like briefly introduce yourself and
Okay.
uh,
My name is Heather Ferguson, and I'm a registered professional biologist. I'm an environmental consultant by trade, and I'm president of EnviroConsult, and that's what puts the bread on my table. And for my hobby and fun, but I'm still very serious about it, are my two retail shops. One is Red Bush Tea and Coffee Company, and the other one is the Candy Kid, and we're located in Kensington.
All right, awesome.
so-
Okay.